Hello and welcome back for Game 2. Golden Guardians versus Clutch Gaming going to be on the stage in just a moment. Let's take a look at the starting rosters. Selecting the blue side, given the choice, is Golden Guardians. Lorlo in the top lane, Contracts in the jungle, High in mid, Deathly and Matt in the bot and support roles alongside their coach Tyler.
And facing them on the red side, it is Clutch Gaming. Up top is Solo, in the jungle, Lyra, mid Fibivin, bottom Apollo, support Hakuo, and Coach David Lim on stage.
Now, in their final game of the split, Clutch Gaming are focused on this matchup as it puts them in a position for a playoff bye. If they win, they can tie break for a playoff bye. If they lose, they are out of that specific race.
Yeah, and we have seen, Fibivin in the bottom lane having some very good plays for themselves. The draft yesterday, some people were definitely criticizing because Solo on the Gnar, was absorbing a lot of pressure, or maybe the way they played out this draft, where they traded a lot of, this Gnar farm and power early on for objectives and stuff like that. But then the Gnar was unable to do any sort of split pushing or have anything really to go toe-to-toe with Cho'Gath later in the game. This Cho'Gath is definitely going to take over and be a powerful team fighter.
Absolutely the case. And of course, we can talk about Golden Guardians as well, who have proven that they can challenge any other team's plans, and they've been willing to break out new picks and play a bit of an unorthodox style as a team.
Yeah, there were a team that many wrote off as a clear 10th place team. They have the opportunity to finish 8th place, actually.
I believe that changed as a result of the FlyQuest win, though. So
they're
actually guaranteed 10th now, Golden Guardians.
I was talking to Matt actually yesterday in our interview outside. Anyways, many wrote them off as a 10th place team. In fact, they are the 10th place team.
They are the 10th place team.
That doesn't change the fact that they can still pull out some, different picks. They took down Echo Fox, they took down 100 Thieves, they took down Team Liquid. Yesterday they tried the Nocturne, probably won't see that one again, but I do expect maybe them to go reaching a little bit more outside the meta.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's always fun to end your season on a positive note, right? We had FlyQuest just play for securing 8th place, was all that was on the line for them. And they showed up with, a little fun composition, Kog'Maw plus 4 tanks. They played it out really well, and it'll be fun to see if they can make stuff happen here. Golden Guardians hoping to again end their split on a positive note, end their split with a 5th win in the standings and a 4-5 run in the back half, which is honestly better than even Cloud9 did in the back half, which is weird to say that they would have done better in the end of the split, but we are in a champion select. We're ready to go on this one. A Swain ban out of Clutch and a Gangplank ban from Golden Guardians, hoping to remove options that Solo can play, lose lane and still be useful on.
Plus the Hakuo special here, Morgana banned out. Meanwhile on red side, we still see Olaf popping up on the red side. Nobody wants to get run over early game, and that is one way, the Golden Guardians have gotten a lot of wins. Power jungle picks combined with some strong early game play has definitely been a recipe for them to get upset wins.
Absolutely the case. Olaf off the table. And now Varus gone. Golden Guardians hoping to remove some of these stronger laners, also one of Apollo's most famous champions. Also want to correct myself, saying that they were guaranteed 10th. Technically, they can just hard tie Optic at 9th, and they'll share 9th and 10th together. There won't be a tie-broken game. They'll just share 9-10. So half right, but technically wrong.
Oh, God. Well, let's just move right past that one.
Absolutely.
Because we followed it up with a Skarner ban as well from the red side. So double banning the, 2 power jungle picks right here. Clutch Gaming, and they're leaving open the power duo of the Rakan and Xayah. Not many teams like to pick the Rakan half of the duo after Xayah's already been picked, so it looks like the Golden Guardians will get the lovers bottom lane, as they like to be called. Meanwhile, Clutch Gaming are going to get the pick of the litter here for junglers, going with the Zac. Zac, though, very questionable early game, can be punished. And we're talking about jungler matchups.
Please. Do it for CLG, Golden Guardians. Not that it's even involved for them. Rakan, get locked in.
Yeah, we knew that one was coming. But we still have the question mark here. Are they going to grab their jungler before receiving 2 more bans?
They just grab Rengar. I think it's just awesome.
I mean, you don't need to.
Yeah, oh, you're right. There's no rush.
Not going to get banned out.
There's no rush at all to grab a Rengar. You're right about that.
Heck, while they're at it, just play Kayn or something. Contracts full out the old...
Full edgelord, let's go. Yeah. Rengar top for Lorlo. Volibear back into the mix.
Hey.
Did get some small nerfs in 8-5. I think still a viable champion. The bear has been unleashed. Unwind the Ursine. Here we go.
Yeah, definitely could be a flex pick as well. You know, possibilities of Lorlo playing it.
True.
Definitely not likely, seeing as how Contracts has played it multiple times already, but that's still up in the air.
That'd be hovering some of his favorite picks. The Zed of special note. Solo killed Faker on that one quite a few times, but gonna go for Azir. This is the champion, after all, the least forward percent of all players in North America.
This is the champion I actually
have
have associated with Vivint for the last, maybe 3 months even. Definitely happy to play that one again. So already Clutch Gaming. This is kind of similar to what we saw the beginnings of Cloud9's draft, where they have Caitlyn plus a high DPS, late game kind of scaling mid laner there. Caitlyn plus Azir, very threatening as well. And they already have locked in the Zac, which the weakness there, of course, is going to be called out as the early game. And there's definitely openings here in the first half of the draft for Golden Guardians to try and push the speed of the game. If they took note from FlyQuest in the last one, really good hard engages over and over and over again can win you the game before any of these champions scale up into those late game monsters.
Absolutely. So more top lane bans towards Solo, the Camille, and Gnar off the table. Not concerned about support pool. Meanwhile, Clutch, of course, grabbed the mid laner, so Orianna and Ryze banned away from high. It's now Clutch's turn to pick. They need support. They need top lane. They're going to go support first. The Thresh going to be, well, I guess not blinded, obviously, because they know it's against Xayah Rakan, but that's going to be their choice of the matchup.
I really like in the matchup going for, like the Alistar style, where you hard engage onto the Xayah during them, stop a lot of her damage during the trade, and you can go for those kills. But I know a lot of people have kind of shied away from that recently, so Hakuo is going to have the possibility of playmaking. You can flay, try and interrupt the engagements. Thresh is definitely very good against Volibear if you're not looking at just lane matchups. Really, really frustrating champion for Volibear to play against.
You have to walk at them, and he's good at disengaging. The lock-in's going to be LeBlanc. I will end his spring split on LeBlanc in the mid lane.
Nice to see High, on an assassin here. We'll see if Volibear is a very good early game jungler. Volibear can go fight pretty much anybody, and definitely Zac. So I'm hoping for some Contracts, invades, very aggressive plays. Hopefully he'll have a lane to work off of, some pushing power from his teammates as well. Meanwhile, there's the last lock-in. Solo going to be back on Cho'Gath duty.
Yep.
Feels just fine, there versus the Ornn. We'll see those two just clobbering each other.
I think it works well comp-wise. I think it works well stylistically as well. They tend to leave Solo on an island, and I think Cho'Gath is the champion that works just fine in that regard. Clutch have their lineup 2.5 tanks. Thresh is, I guess, an engaged champion, but not quite as durable. Golden Guardians likely to look very good in the bot lane 2-on-2, at least early game. We'll see if Clutch can get around that and then use their range advantage to get some lane leads. I know during the NALCS Lounge stream, they talked about Thresh is often a champion you pick when you think you're more skilled than their support, and you can just go ahead and make the plays and outplay them in the matchups. And I think that is generally true. I would take Hakuo over Matt most days.
Yeah. It's not like a BM pick, though.
No. It's not like, aha, I'm going to style on you, but it is a champion where I think you need to be better to make it work, and it's just fair to consider Hakuo a better player than Matt.
It's definitely a skill-intensive champion.
Yes, it is. Absolutely the case here. So 4-13 versus 10-7. The end of the split for Golden Guardians. Will they find their 5th win or not? Clutch Gaming hoping not only to secure a playoff spot, which they have already, but hope for a playoff bye. They will have a tiebreaker for that chance, possibly, if and only if they can win this game. Tanks in the roster on both sides. Assassin versus Teamfight Mage in the mid lane, though, going to be a very fun part of this matchup to watch for as we hit the rift here for Game 2 of the day. Tiebreakers at the end of the day are guaranteed. So Game 2 of at least 6 on the day, starting right now.
Yeah, we're going to keep our eyes on some of the early moves here from the Golden Guardians, because one of the reasons why we don't see LeBlanc always picked into Azir is because, yes, the late game definitely a lot easier for Azir to team fight, but also even the part where you're an assassin as LeBlanc and you're looking for those kills onto Azir is hard to pull off if you don't also have jungler coordination. You definitely need some added help there, because if it's a good Azir player, and Fabivin definitely is that, he can poke you down, he can make very good use of the soldier's range and make it difficult for LeBlanc here. So we'll keep an eye on the mid lane control, warding spots, jungle invades, and hopefully we're rewarded with some fireworks.
Fireworks are exciting. Hopefully it happens, but it is not yet July, so maybe Christmas comes early.
It's not July. There's no Corky skin in the game.
Yeah, Jinx has
Start
one.
naming off all your fireworks.
I mean, a lot of the Chinese New Year champion skins have fireworks as well, but I'm not having that one either, so unlucky for us. Meanwhile, we got feathers. Matt looks pretty swag on that champion.
Oh, and Azir draws first
Damage.
Yeah.
First scratch.
Scratch. I like scratch.
No blood, no foul. Jungle rules.
That one was actually good because that was one where you just kind of did on the spot. You know.
Yeah. Thanks.
Right. They're not always terrible, dude.
Appreciate it. Just like your smites.
Oh,
Lyric killing a red buff.
I guess that was a compliment.
It's a neg, kind of. It's like a backhanded compliment. All right, we're into the bot lane. So far, no level 2 all-in just yet. We've seen Clutch Gaming fall to that before, but this time around they're okay. Febiven trading pretty equally. High gets to trigger the electrocute at the end of that one.
Yeah. He is running the teleport, though, so for High, you know, taking some heavy trades. You know, sometimes on Assassins, with the teleport, go for some heavy trades, soften them up, use the teleport to get back to lane. Then you're going to either have a situation where they recall, they miss, you know, some experience, and they're going to be down a level, or they don't recall, they're going to be down the first purchase that you're able to get and a little bit of items. But Febiven definitely up in CS right now with the Azir pushing in. We'll see if High can even, you know, get the minions under pressure here. Actually, the wave's not even built up, so Febiven just has a hard CS lead this early on.
Yeah, good for him so far in the matchup. Looking at 19 would be perfect CS across the wave. He's actually pretty close to that mark. Yeah, he's only missed 1 CS, and ooh, beautiful.
There it is, though, the early jungler.
He's running away from Boulevard. Contract's gonna flash, finds the slow, finds the knockback, a flash back over the wall, and Febiven says, nice try, buddy. Trades flash with the junglers, which feels like that's High favored in the matchup, though.
It really feels bad, though, when you come out lower health, like you took more damage and your jungler ganked.
Yeah.
Febiven was able to give as good as he got there. High is going to use the teleport, but because Febiven pushed that wave, he's actually going to have plenty of time to walk his way back, and there goes that summoner. Now, Flash was blown.
Oh, if he had gone for the cheeky chain right there and would have slowed the recall, that actually would have been a pretty big deal.
Yeah. But anyways, that is always step number one, you know, in the Assassin gameplay there, trying to get the Flash blown. So maybe they'll be able to punish it. Bottom lane, though, Hakuo.
Ooh, flays him off the trap, actually, so the re-engage comes across with no defensive tools left. Hakuo taking a lot of damage there. Ignite is on, gets the summoning heal, gets the flash away, just barely staying alive, but that was a bunch of punishment there.
Yeah, be very careful messing with the Xayah Rakan early on in the game. You know, this is the duo where Deathly and Matt took over the game. This was part of one of their upsets where, you know, Deathly had that huge kill game, hard carrying with Xayah. It's definitely a possibility. So I have to respect the early damage, especially, as you said, the Ignite was used from Matt. So that is some of the all-in potential, but definitely still have to keep your eyes on especially contracts here on the Volibear. Even though he burned his flash offensively, still going to be able to run fairly quickly with the Q.
Looking at the game overall, Clutch Gaming presently 400 gold lead. It's a rather meaningful farm lead in the mid lane for Febiven. Also plus a camp for Lyra in the jungle. Bot lane's trading pretty close to equal despite a slight summoner deficit down there. The Golden Guardians working back from a small minion farm lead, or I should say deficit, I suppose. As Lyra kills a zombie ward and looks for his next prey.
Oh, he's going to be happy if he finds this Raptor camp. Zach definitely... Oh, actually, he's too scared because of the power of Volibear early and the fact that High pushing in the mid lane.
Now they know Slingshot's on cooldown, so here comes the attempt with Predator, but a good little kite around, makes a semicircle, and just stays out of range of contracts there, because, of course, he can knock you out of that dash, so going in a straight line would have been bad for him.
Yeah, and that's actually a decent cooldown to be burned here. The Predator is the answer, or the punishment, trying to use that during the flash cooldown of the mid laner to follow up, but not going to be the case there. At least for contracts, his Raptors were not stolen during that because of the little engagement. But again, this Azir with the CS lead, has comfortable late game. In action is actually quite good for a Zach Azir as far as the duo goes.
Yeah, I feel like they want to scale for this one. See if he can survive later on, though, as High scales up. If he can, to get into the late game and be a big split push threat. Keep in mind there are no spell books on Clutch Gaming's side, so it will be the 1 TP period.
And look at this. Fabibin is playing this lane very, very well with zero vision. He had no wards on either side of him, so we saw him disengage very quickly. Now, though,
ooh, a flash high goes to the top right of this one, gets pulled back in by Zach, but jumps back to safety, and now Contracts is here, looking for a bit of a knockback. And can they get the damage on the Lyra? Keep in mind, teleport available for Solo. If they need a TP to his little bloblets there, Fabibin takes a Summoner Heal to stay alive. That chunk from Contracts certainly hurt quite a lot.
Yeah, definitely took a risk going in there, did use his heal. But Contracts now level 4 on the Volibear. Doesn't have the passive either. Oh.
Nice hook. Flat's going to be a nice trap there into the net, into more headshots. Nicely done. And wow, stats don't lie. Definitely the best Xayah in the world.
Yeah, that was the Xayah carry game I was talking about, where he hit 1,200 damage per minute. But regardless, this game now, we have an invade from Contracts. It's a little bit risky since his mid laner's recalling, and he's kind of looking for Zac starting this red. He's not starting it himself, but the longer you wait and hesitate, the more you feel bad about, oh, I could have started the red buff and actually just took it and then waited for him. But he's patient, very, very patient.
And Lyra's not checking the brush as well. He's not cutting it up or anything, so he's going to be found out whenever he wants, assuming Volibear's still waiting. We have no idea if that's even true.
Yeah,
So we'll see what happens. 800 health. Watchful is not there. It's just like, oh yeah, we just watched him kill a red buff. Just kidding, Volibear's there. The smite comes in. Lyra gets it, actually. And he's level 6, so just gets away, and Contracts sadly bit off more than he could chew with that one.
Patience definitely not paying off there, but now he's just going to turn it into a top lane gank.
Nice little knockback there. Solo getting down to 600 HP. He's going to flash. He was worried about that Q coming back up from cooldown, as it just did. Not getting flung away.
Man, that is a super feels bad. Well, now we actually have Lyra walking a little bit into vision.
Oh, they find the knockback. They've got high flashless first.
Ooh.
Blood comes through to Fabibin. Clutch Gaming up 1,000 gold.
So nice. And again, the CS lead plus now a kill onto Fabibin.
Yeah.
This Azir is set to take over the game already, you know, in this assassin matchup, as well as the jungle being down in experience. All right, Clutch Gaming definitely feeling very, very confident about this early game.
I gotta say, it's scaling nicely for them at this point. Farm pretty much good everywhere. The gold is great as well. We can watch that fight one more time.
Yeah, I think a little Fog of War there. We do see him just on the edge, but doesn't matter because Fabibin goes right in, gets high with the ultimate. They chain it with Hakuo coming in as well and clean up this mid lane. Now it's going to be so hard for High to really have an effect in this game. 50 CS just now. He does have teleport, so maybe there's something for Golden Guardians to try and pull on bottom side off of a Xayah or Khan play. Their options definitely are dwindling though. As we again the time that Contract spent waiting behind the red buff feels super bad in the end, not getting it. Plus then Zac gets the smite, gets the level 6, and not much of the early game fireworks, Freak.
Nope. Just the one kill. It's a lonely sparkler. They got at a gas station. Wasn't all that impressive. Now Solo is flashless, finds a knock-up well-timed, means he won't get hit by the second half of the ultimate, but High is here. Chain's going to be easy, but it's not going to be enough damage, so a well-played little Q out of Solo gets him away.
All right, Golden Guardian still swinging, but good play from Solo, able to walk himself out of that one. And the cooldown earlier on, is pretty decent on Ornn's ultimate now.
Oh, yeah.
That was part of the nerfs that we received a couple patches ago. Fabibin already feeling so strong here on the Azir that he can move in, get some vision for himself as well. Bottom side, though.
Oof. Yeah, that's a good combo. That's how much damage Caitlyn with the BF Sword does to Champion when you can set up traps for it.
Yeah. The Thresh combos have gotten better after that first one where you mentioned he gets played off of the trap. Here we go, though. Another visit to top.
Big knock up there, so Solo this time around, can he outplay it? Yep, Contract is running away because Azir was roaming up. Looks like he was on a ward. They knew.
Yeah, Azir and Zac here run past the control ward. They don't see the control ward.
Oh, and the root comes through, so Fabibin can't actually get away from that any longer. Good chunk comes through for High.
All right, Contract's also getting behind Fabibin now. He walked past the control ward, so he thinks he's been unseen, but Lyra's on the inside track and
just spotted.
They have the experience lead.
Running in towards Zach, trying to find a Q. A blue smite to slow him down, and gonna jump in onto him, so some decent damage here. Let's Bounce comes through, flash over the wall, Contract makes it over. Now the re-engage high finds some damage to Pepin. Comes right back out. Gold lead remains 1,300 for the red team.
Yeah, Clutch Gaming. Oh, now we have Matt. Should be able to blast cone out here. Yeah.
Takes basically no damage. His passive shield was on, so withstands that attack no problem. Bot lane farm remaining pretty close to equal to this time with a wave at their doorstep. Clutch Gaming will have the slight lead there. Actual gold-wise, there'll be a couple dozen gold in Apollo's pocket more. Doesn't mean all that much.
Man, and this is the time where you really start to sweat if you're on the Golden Guardians here, because a lot of it does hinge on creating more of that action in the earlier plays with the Volibear, with the LeBlanc. And now Clutch Gaming, not only do they have this gold lead with the CS, but they're also, keeping up their defensive vision. So Golden Guardians doing their best to clear out a lot of those wards to open up a spot. But High's seen roaming down.
They find the knockup with the ultimate as well. Nahako flashes away, does not get rid of it. Here comes High for the chunk down on the backhand side. Gets a lantern. Brings in his teammate, and there is High. Finds the empowered Q, but still not enough damage to kill off Hako. The flash is down, but he stays alive. As Kula takes a very aggressive recall down there and shoves in a wave against Lorla.
Another good attempt there from Golden Guardians. Not going to find anything, though, and they lose more. Every time they make an attempt like that, there is payment. Vivian with the mid-turret down to half, and Lyra looking to go on the bot.
Looking for the play, is going to look, not quite get the knockup, nor the Q bounce as well. Gets hit up into the air, gets a lantern to safety, though. Almost Conducts found himself the knockback, but no, the TP's coming in, though. All five down here. Here comes the big play. Hakwo in the air. They're going to find one. Looking for Apollo for the second. Will drop as well. 2 kills picked up in the bot lane. A giant knockover solo buys some time, but isn't enough as Blade Color comes through the knockback as well. Contracts finds the kill on Lyra. The flash for Solo gets the kill for himself, but will lose his life 4-1 in favor of Golden Guardians.
All right, Golden Guardians had to do something. They make it happen on the bottom side. Bunch of kills, but then still rushes to the first turret bonus, but Golden Guardians, they needed to create a play like that. So definitely happy to get that gold and open up this map so they can create some plays. The Xayah Rakan lane is the one they're trying to make a play off of. Unfortunately for them, definitely didn't get the last hits on any of those. Nice little outplay there from High, jumps right back.
So this attempt to knock him into the turret and get some more damage down, but tie game now in gold.
All right, let's take another look at this one. Lyra starts it off. I think they're going to have a free exit here with the Lantern, but both teleports have been started for Golden Guardians. They finished both, and with the Ornn ultimate, just the edge of it there, such a long range, gets the slow, gets the knock-up. High and Matt diving to the backside there to pick up the kills, able to clean up the bloblets, and Matt does tank the turret a second time, so Solo is able to flash in and finish up one counter kill for Clutch Gaming, while Vivian is also taking the mid turret. But with the Infernal Drake on the bottom side, that might open up another area where Golden Guardians can do some creative playmaking.
We're going to gold lead for Clutch. +2 kill lead, but first turret money is nice, and the farm still in their favor on the Clutch side. Essence Reaver done, and it's Apollo actually going for what looks like BF Sword into Shiv, so more of a wave clear option. So temporary, I would say, slight power spike in Deathly's favor. Not quite finished with the Gunblade is High. That's going to be an important item to complete later on. It's inexpensive enough combined, but with an Asher's Tooth in for Azir, he's on a decent spot, but as you mentioned earlier, still wants to scale up towards the late game. It's not an amazing one item spike as his champion.
Yeah, I mean, for High as well, he did get 6 stacks in his ring there, so a little skirmish down bottom side definitely pays off there as well, and he's looking to capitalize on it. Pretty decent chuck on the Forbidden this time around.
As the words get taken away, Golden Guardians maybe flank this Infernal Drake. That feels like they are the ones with control. They are the ones with the power down here. A couple of wards still do remain from Clutch's side. This one gets revealed though. And as their dual lane's able to push pretty consistently, deftly, they feel good about this one. His pull completes in about 2 to 3 waves. And here comes the attempt on the Infernal Drake. With the vision all gone, there is nothing at all that Clutch can easily see down there.
All right, Golden Guardians rolling the dice again. High has yet to roam, but he's in the fog of war, so he might catch someone by surprise. He's looking for Vivian roaming. They pull it off, finish up this Infernal Drake, and they keep rolling just barely.
Vivian might want in. Zachar on the backside as well. Finds another threatening strike. The re-engage on Hakwo. Blade Color to get Definitely away, just gets popped out of that one after the open anyway. Does not matter. Now a snipe coming through for some damage on the high. A kill gets picked up onto Definitely courtesy of Clutch, but the Drake still went Golden Guardian's way.
Yeah, Contracts did have a nice little majestic roar there to interrupt the slingshot from Lyra. Didn't matter in the end though, as definitely didn't have summoners left. Viven gets taken a little low.
That's some damage on a slingshot into the back lane. Can they find two people for this one? As Contracts keeps the chase going, can't quite kill off Viven. A lantern there if he needs it, but no, the hook backwards and then just drop. Contracts, he is dead on the Volibear. Another kill goes Clutch's way.
Yep, trades two summoner spells there. Viven using both to get out of that. He was trying to get the last auto there for the Frenzy bite, but that's going to be some more money in the Clutch Gaming coffers. Let's take another look at the engagement. Everybody goes high there, actually. Matt went up towards Lyra and definitely was kind of right out in the middle. So nice job by Hakuo and Clutch Gaming to secure that kill. And then they got the extra one onto Contracts as well, with the Viven playing the edge very nicely. He's definitely putting himself out there on this Azir. Able to bully on the early game and then keep himself just safe enough to entice a little aggressive moves from the enemy.
Yeah, you mentioned just safe enough. I mean, he's got the least stuff in the team at 0. He's got a lot of farm and the highest lead on anyone on his team, and still very good kill participation. So despite being somewhat of a passive player, he's still where he needs to be when it comes down to it.
Yeah, he was the one that didn't go to the bottom lane.
That's true.
For kill Golden Guardians play.
He got first turret for it, which I can't blame.
Yeah. Regardless, though, we're having Golden Guardians once again trying to create something now on the top side, though, and Clutch Gaming are early to the scene.
There's the knock-up combo. They find two actually in the flip back. Now Hakuo in a bit of danger, but gets the aftershock via Flay. Another chunk out courtesy of Lyra. Contracts 2 hits away, and they will just barely stay alive until Apollo flashes for the final shot. Nicely done, Clutch. Somehow find another kill going their way. 3 in a row now.
And that is going to give up a lot of pressure here. Caitlyn can just move right around to this minion wave. Definitely trying to actually clear it out before they get any damage on the turret. And they've actually had Lyra go for the Rift Herald instead of coming to help press down that turret. So they think that the 2v1 will be able to take it anyway.
Yep, and then they've got to run away from this one. So nicely done. Clutch now going to make it 2-1 in turrets. That hunt for the playoff bye still alive. They need help, even at the end of it all, to have a chance.
Can't hit the eyeball because the soldiers,
the soldiers don't count as on-hit effects. They're trying, though. They're going to get this one no problem. Ty's waiting around, but there's no one who's really threatening here.
He's looking for Hakuo, maybe?
Yeah, not going to happen for him. Trapped there regardless, and onto the red buff. If you wanted, he could troll Febiven and have it aggro, but he didn't do that.
And this has kind of been a story for Clutch Gaming for a lot of this season. Solid early games into denying plays from the mid game of their opponents. Golden Guardians have been constantly looking, but everyone here for Clutch Gaming, and they instantly counter-engage. Lyra goes in. He has Aftershock as well as being Zac, so he's able to face tank there, and that allows such offensive play from your backline. Apollo is able to flash forward just for the one auto secure the kill, that it secures 2 objectives for themselves. So it's not like the AD carry plays where you see them flash forward in the end of a team fight and they grab 1 kill and you're like, okay, you got 300 gold or something for your flash. That was 2 objectives on top of the Rift Herald as well as turret.
Really nice stuff out of that one. Worth the aggressive play. Finds a clone. Doesn't matter too much. High doesn't even feel it.
Yeah. Gotta be careful there. It's gonna knock you into your own clone.
Yeah, that can be great. I've seen it happen. I think I've seen it happen with Bard as well, where you get stunned off your own clone. You're like, really? My own kit betrayed me. Ulti out of Definitely was afraid of getting knocked up, but still gonna find a huge blade caller. Gets him in a blob blitz. TP might be required, but he's going to award. First kill comes through in the jungler. Matt trying to run away, so low on HP. Can they get the pick off? They're looking at with the Ornal team coming across, and he will finally get the kill on Zac. But look at all the slaughter coming through. 3 already gone from Golden Guardians, and that's going to be another one. 4th comes through. The 3rd of the game for Solo is High. The only one left alive, just watching the scattered teammates' ashes just down in the river.
And Clutch Gaming will disperse afterwards to get the minion waves pushing again. Apollo, never mind. We're going to have High go back in.
Oh, we got him. That was slick out of High, and now a duel against Hakuo. Solo's around him, waiting for the cooldowns, lands a Q.
Oh.
He's gonna block the E. Gets away from Rupture, turret aggro. He's okay, he's out of the silence range, and now Matt runs very fast. He's here to help the team. Looks very stylish.
He did not use the grand entrance. That was just the mediocre entrance.
Yeah.
Able to say, hey, how's it going? Hi, nice play. I like the kill you just got there.
I'm here to say hello.
Teleport did buy him a little bit of room, though.
Yep. Had some pocket sand in that one. Just made it look really good. The wave comes down to the mid lane, easily cleared, but let's watch a replay.
All right. Well, Lyra with the engage. This time again, Contracts interrupts it with the Majestic Roar, and they burst down the Zac, but he has passive up, and this allows the Clutch Gaming backline, even though Fabivin, kind of whiffs the ultimate there, expecting more dive, and while they were retreating, doesn't matter because they get to move up so easily, chase down after the front line has been taken down so quickly.
Difficult to bound for Golden Guardians. Their deficit remains a pretty sizable 3.5 almost thousand. As the mid lane keeps being pressured in, and it's still a 25+ minion lead for Fabivin, who's now 4-1-4. Did get killed by High. That was nice, and you're seeing some of the point of that pick coming through. You're seeing really good team fight damage out of definitely even still. But the team as a whole not quite doing as well as Clutch Gaming are. They keep pressing forward, looking for their 11th win of the split. Kelly, they find the hook back, almost getting High. Redemption does not get the kill. He gets Summoner Heal through from Deftly. Now into the back line is Zac, and he pulls in. Not much of anything. Turret still goes down, though, and Clutch increased their lead now, 4,500 up.
Hakuo has played against a LeBlanc or two in his day. Aims his hook right back at the distortion. Times it very well when High pops back. Lands that one, and they almost are rewarded with the kill. They don't really care, though, because they, again, got the objective. A lot of objective focus there in the mid game. There is a Cloud Drake as well. This is the buffed up Cloud Drake.
Yeah!
Super happy in combat move speed in addition.
2%! It's massive! It's like 7 move speed.
To be fair, 7 compared to 0.
Yep.
Infinitely better.
That's an accurate statement. Solo's dead. Goodbye, Solo.
High.
I would argue
still pulling off.
Kobe.
Yeah, that's fine. High still pulling off his solo kills there with the assassin pick. Getting his time on the LCS stage. A couple of throwbacks here. Enjoying it. They actually also got control wards up onto the Baron, so there's a little bit of vision for Golden Guardians to work with. That's how High is actually getting some of these kills. Goes through control ward here, over into the brush, and nice work finding this 80 carry up against the wall, and Apollo was up against the very thick wall.
Yeah.
Not going to be able to get over that one.
Not making that one away. That was nice by High, though, going through where the vision was, walks through his control warded brush that they kept up. That was smart. And
tactical genius.
Tactical genius. I imagine he has 1 million black and darker black turtlenecks. Speaking of tactical geniuses, now Clutch Gaming still in a good spot, but with the Golden Guardians comeback, it feels like it is predicated on High having a great game for himself. He's got some magic pin in there. Sword shoes are done. The Luden's Echo picked up midway through. There's going to be some more burst in his combos as well.
Yeah.
Plus CDR.
They definitely need picks because they're not going to stand a chance here in the 5-on-5s. The Cho'Gath and Zac, very good front line. We've already seen them. When Golden Guardians try and burn through the front line, they get a Zac passive out. And Clutch Gaming have already gotten a couple of kills there. So it's going to have to be in the form of picks. Fog of War is your friend. Try and make big plays. Lorlo, get out of there.
He does. Good shot call, Kobe. He did it. That is how High does it, by the way.
Save.
Tells himself, body these fools, and then tells Lola, get out of there. Perfect.
Definitely. Do tons of damage, but don't secure the last hits.
Yeah, give him the High. He deserves the kill credits. All right, we're good. Always chances here in this one. 3,000 separates these squads. Clutch. Cloud Drake for their favor means they run a little bit quick, and it's fights around the mid lane. Flashless Lola gets hooked, but does not matter. The follow-up damage isn't around. Cho and Azir, the two solo lanes of Clutch, are splitting in the sides of the map, and of course it's a TP-less Azir, so we cannot join easily. Golden Guardians have High with the squad. They can look for a play on this one as they temporarily outnumber. They pop Predator, but Contract's not going to go in for anything here. Clutch playing far enough back.
It's really a rough state of the game for the early game team. If you see the Azir split pushing up there when there is a LeBlanc on the other team with teleport, now that Vivin, he's had such a big lead in most of this game, but Banshee's Veil is completed in addition to some of his core DPS, working towards some more Magic Pen here actually with the
Oblivion Orb?
I was going to say Oblivion Orb, but upgrades into the Morel Anomicon, which
Yeah.
is the new spell penetration.
And he's good against LeBlanc and Volibear. They both self-heal in a team fight, so it does line up.
Genius! There's so many geniuses in this game.
Oh, man.
Highly
All our
tactical
IQs
genius.
over 9,000.
The Vivian, the item
Mastermind.
plan.
Artificer.
All right, here we go. The Deceiver heading up. See if he can spare for
will the
Vivian.
Genius know?
It's Genius on Genius, but this one is just a
obvious.
clone of the
Yeah.
Genius.
Oh. How smart is a clone of a Genius?
That's about 120 IQ, because you can only split off so much into the clone. You don't want to
Okay.
give up too much.
All right. No, we'll do the math on that later. I don't know what high started with or what percentage was given over, but it's a reasonably smart clone.
Yeah.
120 IQ seems pretty good.
Have you taken one of the quick online IQ tests?
Yeah, the
ever
ones that
before?
mean nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
pretty fun.
probably 700. You know, something really high. It doesn't fluctuate at all. Like my Genius is stable. I'm always that good.
Yeah.
Let's Gaming own the top river, and they're gonna try to play for Baron pretty soon. 27 minutes into this game, Mountain Drake up in 2 minutes. Let's see if they knock down everything. The ward's going away. Vision just dropping from the map as Golden Guardians cannot kind of really handle the team fight prowess. So when they do group up, all that map is seeded.
Yeah.
And they get to sprout some vision as a result.
See if they can pull off any YouTube highlight clips.
Ooh.
Again, the,
What about highlight
the
clips?
controlled wards are important in pulling off those clips, because
Yes.
it's very hard to do that in a 5-on-5 scenario. And they're trying to make it work off this blue quadrant of their jungle, but since Clutch Gaming have their eyes on Baron, this is kind of first step for them to move in as a team and clear it out. They're not going to leave any of those openings for the Golden Guardians to get back into it.
Oh, Azir's turret falls, but guess what? Baron drops pretty quickly as well, and they've got Shogat, so good luck beating Feast.
Predators on!
Early Smite. Oh, that got pretty low. 270 left. Contracts never got to Smite. He was knocked out of the pit. Zacknelda comes across, finds not much of anything as they trade one kill as Apollo's gone, but now High losing his life as well. 4v4, the re-engage comes in for a little bit. Slows on Alorlo, but Ornn is tanky. He's going to feel okay for himself, and one carry from each team is dead. Baron still picked up by Clutch, and again, that Baron went to 280 before Connor was pushed out of the pit and the Feast landed.
Yeah, he had a hard time getting past the Thresh box as well as getting over the wall. And Golden Guardians are going to be able to push down the second outer turret for themselves. Turret number 2 taken for the Golden Guardians, but unfortunately for them, Clutch Gaming are going to come out of the base with some extra sieging power in the Baron buff. And look to take more than that. Mountain Drake, as you said, coming up here, 10 seconds. Should be able to take that one on their way.
Right, fortunately enough, it's desync. They can grab that as they walk down. We can watch this fight once again, and I'm curious to see what exactly happens to Volibear, because he did flash.
Yeah, so there's a Thresh box here. He's trying to flash over this
Oh, no!
part of the wall.
Oh, that's a tilter.
Yeah, close. But even if you make the flash, then you still have to make the smite.
True.
And the other team does have a Cho'Gath Freak, so it makes it hard.
But he only feeds at 280, and there was a controller in the pit. He had vision.
Yeah.
I'm very confident if Connors didn't whiff flash, he got the smite. So that sucks for Golden Guardians, because that would have been a huge turning point for that game, but didn't happen here. So now what can Clutch do? The Mountain Drake actually not picked up just yet, but they are still knocking some turrets down. Bot lane outer is fallen. Now it's 4-2 in that score. They will keep looking for these turrets to kill and stretch that gold lead. We're stretching for an absolute shot, but not going to go to the back line. Now the Ornn looking for the disengage to buy some time. I don't imagine this fight will go too well, but they do find Solo, and now Rakan to the back line. Decent shots on the Solo here, but a knockback means already one kill, but they've only traded tanks, actually. Cho'Gath does indeed fall. That engage actually went okay, buying some time against the Baron buff, but Siege continues in the 4v4.
Yeah, and Golden Guardians have used quite a lot of ultimates. They do still have Deathly's ultimate on the Xayah. That's been some damage for them, so maybe they'll try and create something. High goes in for some poke, but he gets hooked again.
They find the backline access. The knock up there on a 2. Look at the Blade Caller come in, and they get the Bloblets down. No TP available. They can maybe chunk that out, but no too much damage out of Heaven. The hook on Alorlo pops the stopwatch, but he's still going to die. He watched himself fall out of that one. 3-kill lead still for Clutch, as they will knock down that bottom inhibitor and go for the reset.
Well, he said in Champ Select, you know, Thresh, you got to be high skill to play this champion. Hako is landing hook after hook after hook.
Oh, that was dangerous. Something almost finds the outplay on a high at the end of it all. More damage towards Matt. They're going to keep sieging, actually, with the fact that Lorlo is still dead, looking for that push to keep happening. Almost finds himself on a Lorlo now. The backline, a nice roar keeps him away as Lyra can't find the backline actors. Ulti in for Matt, looking for someone else to charm, someone else to knock up. Health bar's getting low as Contracts had rejoined, and Solo TP's in. So 5v4 now for a few seconds as the turret falls, and now down onto the inhibitor. They will get double inhib, and in plenty of time for Lorlo to get back up.
Definitely some good looks here from Clutch Gaming heading into the playoffs. Don't want to show any weaknesses, you know, that teams are going to be able to exploit, as there will be a lot more practice time, everybody focusing much more heavily. And looks like High actually teleporting up to the top side to get an objective for themselves. They still have the same list, you know, all the outer turrets are first step. Have to take step number one. Oh, Vibibin might go for a flank Azir assassination. Let's see this. Bird.
16 versus 17. Ult chunks him out. Look at the damage up with there. One more Q idle. Yeah, there's the kill picked up. Nicely done. Vibibin gets himself the solo kill against High. Who's the assassin now?
Well, it's the guy that brings an army with him.
Not how assassins work.
Let's. Sure it is. The assassin that also has an army.
Yeah, Napoleon was an assassin. He brought an army with him.
Yeah. Here we go. There's another look at the traded tanks. That was actually, you know, a bigger tank down for Clutch Gaming, so small little victory there, but, you know, Golden Guardians definitely on the run. Now they've got 2 inhibitors down, and Clutch Gaming just looking to run through the top side.
And now turrets still being attacked. Looks like only Azir gets to have spires to greatness erected in his honor, as more and more of the Golden Guardian structures are removed from the map and turned into rubble. 1 inhibitor left alive. Turret being attacked. A nice knock up onto the back line. Definitely going to be fine, though, and they'll have to wait for the next wave.
All right. Caitlyn traps have been laid. The minions streaming into the base. Golden Guardians, time is running out. Who is going to make the play? High is flanking around into the fog of war. Can he make his way?
He's on a ward.
He's been pinged already, and Akuo throwing hooks.
And the hook misses, but High still on a ward, looking to the flank play as now the turret is taking damage. Orin roars in, they find a couple of knockouts, make it 3, and the flash in for the backline, looking to knock the kills across, and they will get Apollo into the backline. They go. Hakuo forced to run away, but again, it is a trade kill as Contract does indeed fall. Febiven's still safe down here, almost picking off Matt, gets some shields across, stays alive. Lorlo almost gets the knockup, but a lantern brings the teammates into safety, and it is a 1-for-1 trade. Apollo dead for Contracts to
That's
fall.
actually a pretty big pick there for Golden Guardians. They buy themselves some time to clear out some of these minions. Actually, they're on the Nexus turret. Only 2 hits left on the turret, and definitely 1 man trying to fend them all off.
The Nexus turrets are falling, the inhibitor turrets are falling, but looks like enough time is bought by High that he's threatening them. Hakuo not going to land that hook. Pulls back in teammate. Chain's going to land. Will it be 2? Oh, 350 dealt. Lyra had some magic with this, and he survives the encounter there, running away for his life as the waves are still being cleared out. And you've got Hakuo. Loud Drake in.
Do it.
Hook in the brush. Oh, they're going to die. Rupture on the 1. Matt likely to fall. The silence is in. Jumps the wall. High going to do the same. He trades places with Febivin.
Hey, he's going to get him!
And Aqua's going to fall. High is a mastermind and a true assassin as this regard comes in. And FTP, they're looking for the big play. Golden Guardian, can they make it happen? Silence Chomp, and Solo is an assassin as well. Just eats him in the face.
Oh, the Blob Assassin now to make his move over the wall.
He's running the back line, and like a true assassin, jumps onto 2 at once. And he's going to find himself the knockback. Almost pulls Lorlo in. And Lorlo, oh, he's running out of health. But first, it's going to be the first Zac die as Lyra is going to drop a nice knockup and a knockback into all the blade feathers coming across. Does he have the damage? Solo wants to get in. Forcing the flash away with the Rapture. 3 kill lead still for Clutch. Lightning flying everywhere has definitely killed some minions.
Definitely looking for some crits here. He does have red buff. Hard to make plays though. Clutch Gaming gonna retreat after this one. The minions still
hard
at work.
They assassinated the bottom turret on the Nexus. More of the base is falling. Contracts is afraid of mechanical constructs and runs away.
I mean, he's running up to the Baron. The Baron bait here from Clutch Gaming, just standing around, is buying time for the minions, the real assassins.
You can't spell Baron without bear, so of course Contract shows up to attempt this one. Solo though has Feast. Will it happen? Will the purple flowers swirl among the Clutch Gaming members once again. Will it be the way they win this game? Predator is on, but he's not going to be there in time. And now Baron Buff on are up from the front line. A two-man not going to come through for Orange Solo. Very, very tanky. Redemption not on the front line, though. He's going to run out of help with this one. The kill gonna come through. Cho'Gath has died. Some would say assassinated in a 4v1.
We're done. We're done. I'm drawing the line.
Kobe, I don't know if you know me. I step over lines when it comes to killing jokes.
All right, well, they've actually bought themselves more time here. High on the bottom side, clearing out the minions. Inhibitors have respawned for the Golden Guardians.
That does mean time. It means they can farm. Zaya's so good at clearing these waves. Watch this fight one more time. Poor Solo.
Now, Solo knocked up a couple times there. There we go, one more. Definitely, as you can see, the Zaya, as he said, just pumping out the damage here, is able to take down the isolated target. But once again, this is Baron number 2, I believe.
Yeah.
So a bit stronger now after the buffs coming for the rest of the base. And now they aren't going to have towers in front of the inhibitors to work around. So once again, it's time for some control wards in the jungle. Maybe they can jump the gun here, try and catch him on the side. Hai did a very good job, honestly, of flanking in the little last play that they had on top side. He was able to get back to the priority targets, put a lot of pressure onto both Apollo and Fabivin. And he's definitely going to have to pull out some more plays like that.
And Hai's on death cap now, so a huge power spike last we saw him in a fight, as far as I can tell. So that is massive, of course. 542 ability power on that guy as he slowly tries to kill a Scuttle Crab. But keep in mind, Clutch can see this with that ward there, and they will zone him away. The hook comes in, and not a problem there. Smite comes in, Lyra grabs that. Vision around with Elder Dragon, that, of course, has spawned. 2 mini drakes have been taken. And Hai looking for the big play, spots the clone. And Aqua gonna walk almost right into him, puts the ward down, says, hey guys.
Wait, this gotta be the real one.
Has to be, jumps over the wall, now another fake.
Classic Hai here with the evasive maneuvers, trying to lure the minions away, but Clutch Gaming have eyes for the Elder Dragon. Hai teleports in, they're gonna go for it.
See if this is going to be the fight that Golden Guardians can win. Not a chance to stop the Dragon as that one's grabbed up, and Contracts just gets absolutely evaporated. No team fight to be had anymore. 5v4 in the map, Baron and Elder on the team.
All right. Hai, though, with triple cannon minion wave, pushes it up to the turret, and they're going to make their last stand inside of the base. Can Solo cash in here, gets most of them.
Yep, that wasn't too hard. Now time for the 2 open inhibitors. 25 seconds on Contracts respawn. Mid inhib is free. Bot lane should be as well. Solo not there just yet, but he's recalled as this time ticks down. He will have teleport available. Golden Guardians know better than to try to take this fight, so they will once again have to sit inside their base. And as Baron Buff times out in 20 seconds, we'll see if they go for the Nexus or if they play an even slower game as the items are filling up.
Well, Hai actually might be the target. He's cornered.
This before, it's going to be a flash to get himself away as another turret falls, and a hook onto the front line. Lolo going to stay alive a little bit longer, but 3 different health left on him. Top inhibitor's going to fall. Clutch Gaming, only 1 turret left to kill, and they're actually going to disengage this.
I think they're just going back to the minions. Their Baron buff just timed out. They were trying to speed it up. But here we go. The siege wave has arrived.
Looking to close it out 40 minutes in. Clutch Gaming wanting to improve to 11 wins and condemn Golden Guardians to 10th place like so many predicted at the very start of the split. 4 wins still better than many had predicted though. Your turret's falling, waiting for the waves to come in. Of course, they just killed the inhib, so Supers just barely started spawning. But they are onto that one final turret protecting the Nexus. An attempted chunk of the backline, Redemption for some health. On they go for the hard dive. They find Aqua for a bit of damage. They first killed up Contracts to trade for the support, but Hai has dropped as well. One of the key carries has gone deftly. Sometime in the back, looking for damage onto Solo, but can't kill him just yet. Ulti comes across, Blade Color finds a route onto Febivin. Exhaust comes in a little bit late, and now onto the back line goes Lyra, finds the stretching strike, pulls in, does not get the ultimate across. A huge bit of damage onto deftly. Now can they find Apollo as Febivin goes for Nexus itself, down to about 10% missing. 3 versus 3, I do believe, onto this one.
Golden Guardians fighting their hearts out here, even though Clutch Gaming have the Elder Dragon buff burning away.
Snipe comes in, damages definitely. There's going to start healing on the fountain, but look at that bar. Get lower and lower, 1/3 on the Nexus, down to the back line. Lola wants to find Apollo, can't do it. The shots still come in. Back to the Nexus they go. That will be the game. Clutch Gaming end their regular season 11-7, and that hope for a playoff bye remains alive.
Whew. What an interesting game there. Final one on stage for this split for the Golden Guardians. A lot of possibilities for the early game, but Clutch Gaming were just too good at denying plays for the first 15 to 20 minutes, it felt like. Scaling up so nicely, especially for Vivian in the mid lane. Very big lead there.
Yep.
Able to get up to his Banshee's Veil. That really cuts off a lot of what LeBlanc is aiming to do.
Yeah, did a really good job of surviving and playing against the win condition of High's champion, it felt like, and actually won the one-on-ones later on in the game, so really impressive stuff to him. It does mean Golden Guardians will end for sure in 10th place. There's nothing that will stop that from happening. They are sadly our last place team in our first split of 2018, their first split as a team. 4 wins, 14 losses, their overall record. We'll see what happens to them in the summer split. We heard from Flame talk about what they were going to do on FlyQuest. Scrim really hard, get better for the next split. We can hope that Guardians can do the same. We are, of course, still guaranteed some tiebreak is going to be fun, but now let's throw it on to an interview with Avali and the Clutch Gaming Emperor in the mid lane.
Thanks, guys. Febiven, congratulations on that victory, but your day is not over yet. There could be a potential tiebreaker coming up. What are your thoughts on that, and maybe how do you prepare?
I really don't know. I really don't know who we play against, and I don't know. It really depends on the other teams, obviously. So I don't know. We just have to go with the flow, you know.
Going with the flow, is that the team mentality coming into these matches, or maybe something else?
I mean, I think before we're gonna play a tiebreaker, if we're gonna play one, we're gonna prepare obviously for the team backstage. So I think we have enough time.
Perfect. Well, you and Clutch are going into playoffs. Is this how you expected your first split in the NALCS to play out?
Yeah, I mean, my career so far, I've never not been in playoffs, so it would have been like a really big disappointment for me. So I never really doubted myself that I would not be in playoffs, regardless of the team I'm playing in. So I'm really happy I made it once again, and I want to make it far this time because I haven't been in the finals for 2 years since Fnatic. So yeah, it really sucks to lose in quarters and not going far.
Playoff veteran, well, I wish you the best of luck in that. Congratulations again on your win. And for more on the game, let's hear from the analyst desk.
Thank you very much, Avli. Looking to make it to the finals in another region, Febiven. He's got the first step down. They've made it into playoffs and concluded their regular season with a victory here. Yep. So solid win for them over Golden Guardians, but let's dive right into it. Taking a look at the team comps drafted here. You got the Volibear on the side of contracts. With that, Xayah, Rakan power picks. Didn't work out for him.
Xayah, awesome.
Yep, great. Love it.
Volibear's not awesome in this game.
No. Why not? Why not?
So, Caitlyn was already picked. I understand how they wanted it for the Zac counter, but Azir was still up, and you know Febiven's going to be able to take Azir, and Volibear's just miserable against that champion. He kept trying. He literally just shifts away, no matter how fast you're running.
That's pre-6, too.
Right.
It gets hard.
Or hits you with, you with
and
a
then he
wall.
sells his ultimate afterwards for like the super peel, and then this one he just has to turn around because there's people coming from the river. Here is
That's
just
not champ specific, Jack.
other champs can jump over the wall. Volibear cannot.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
And then, like, every time you try and get involved in the team fight, like, he just gets hooked. And he built Morel and Omicron as well to cut his healing. It was miserable to try and watch what Volibear couldn't do anything in that game.
Yeah.
And they picked it early. There were a lot of other options available.
It was not like he got
away.
pinched into that position, so I understand that. Also, the LeBlanc pick was weird to me. Like, Febi's their best player. High struggles in lane. He fell massively behind. And the only reason this pick didn't look terrible was High did a good job finding kills off of Clutch's mistakes. If Clutch just played a little cleaner, there's no reason after you 3-for-0 near Baron or 3-for-1 near Baron, you don't just start the Baron. Instead, Febi runs mid and dies.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of plays where High found kills that he shouldn't have really found. And that made the LeBlanc pick look better because Galio's up. Xayah, Rakan, Galio, great comp. You can do a lot of different things.
You got a point here?
Yeah, I will credit D-Lim and the rest of Clutch Gaming for once they see the Volibear be like, how do we make this champion as miserable as possible? Thresh, Azir, Even Cho'Gath is really
Right.
bad for volley because he just puts a rupture down and like, well, I guess I have to go over here now, and he runs halfway.
But I got a question about the LeBlanc pick. Obviously, it is just one game, but just last week we were talking about players, or rather off-season roster moves. We were looking at High, and we said there are some tough conversations that need to be had, about whether or not he can step up his laning and become more impactful as an individual on the map, or needs to start taking a back seat and maybe coach someone into his position. Can we not maybe attribute this pick, especially in a game that isn't going to lock them to playoffs, that maybe that's what they're looking for?
Maybe.
Maybe.
They want him to find success.
Yeah.
And it's not going to happen against Febby's Azir.
Okay.
No, it was he made the pick look good. I won't say that he didn't play well. It's just, he still fell far behind, and then the late game you have definitely popping off, and it's like, ooh, really would have been nice to have a utility control mage in there, or that Galio that we were talking about who maybe could have snowballed earlier. It's tough to say, but High did play the LeBlanc pretty well in terms of finding kills.
Do you want to take a look rather at one individual fight? This one comes in the bot lane, so let's roll this one out.
And this is an interesting play because there's an obvious dive about to happen in the bot lane, and Solo is dirty farming in the top lane, but then he makes the decision to recall, where what you should really do here is stay in the top lane and continue pressuring. So if they force a fight down here, you can just stay topside if you want to, because he doesn't TP in here. He's not trying to join the fight. The double TP starts channeling. He's still not channeling because he's just like, all right, we'll disengage. And then if you were going to stay in top lane, you would be damaging the turret right now. Then the dive continues. Now he starts TPing in, and this goes horribly wrong. And this was after the C9 game where a similar play happened and C9 flubbed the execution. There's been a number of bot dives against Clutch Gaming that either go bad or should have gone bad.
Yeah, and that's the thing here. This was something that has happened a lot frequently to Clutch Gaming. So they need to be more ready for this as they move into a tiebreaker later today, or as they move towards playoffs.
Oh my God!
And we were saying definitely was try to carry his heart out.
Yeah, geez, just give him a real jungler. Give him a mid laner who's going to help him out a little bit more. And
Right.
I mean, like I said, High did great in terms of keeping them in the game, but if you have a late game,
But the pick doesn't support the Xayah.
No.
As an example.
Definitely was doing work.
All right, let's return to the foldy sheets. We got 8 remaining
Foldy sheet.
possibilities.
Foldy
We've
sheet
already
time.
stated that we're guaranteed at least one tiebreaker, and with that victory for Clutch Gaming, things are starting to look like we're leaning towards more than one. Jat, I know you've run through the numbers quite a bit, so I don't know if you want to take the lead on this one.
okay,
Explain
so
what our remaining possibilities are.
We actually have, there's 8 possibilities. 4 of them have a 4 or 5-way tie. The least that we can have is a 3-way tie for third, which automatically gets broken based off head-to-heads.
Yep.
And that would also be a first-place tiebreaker game between Echo Fox and
So there would only be one game played in that case.
Fewest we get is 1, most we get is still 5, and there's fewer and fewer possibilities now.
That's a lot of specifics. I just think, okay, blues are gone. There's no more blue.
No more blue.
Blue is gone.
No more blue.
Yeah,
definitely.
So blue was the 3-way tie that played it out. All the 3-way ties we can get now get somewhat automatically broken to either be no tiebreaker games or just one tiebreaker
Because
game.
of those head-to-heads.
Because of the way head-to-heads
So either way, whether you want a lot of League of Legends or a little bit of League of Legends, one of those two things is going to hold true at the end of the day. We're stepping away when we return. It's Counter Logic Gaming versus TSM. You won't want to miss it. Don't go anywhere.
Now we actually have Lyra walking a little bit into vision.
Oh, they find the knockback. They've got High.